I will not lie to you. Raila Odinga entered Eldoret with a bang that sent political shockwaves right across the political landscape in Kenya and beyond. Analysts were quick to point out this was DP Ruto's bedroom. Other Kenyans, less familiar with the way presidential elections go in Kenya, were confused. Does it mean Raila is popular in Eldoret? The highlight for me, you will not believe, was the look on the face of the person accompanying Raila. Elgeyo Marakwet Governor, Alex Tolgos. The look and expression on his face was priceless. Stay with me on this video and find out exactly what I mean. And I would especially recommend that you stay with me till the end, because I'm going to refer you to a video that talks all about Raila betrayal. Yes, you heard me right. Raila betrayal. Oh yes. Because those familiar with this channel know that this is a channel for deep, serious, political analysis. Folks, karibu sana, and thank you so much for making the time.
Kwa sababu nimesacrifice maisha yangu kwa ajili ya Watanzania maskini.
Raila Odinga's Eldoret Meet the People tour was most fascinating. What was the feeling of the people on the ground? Maybe to answer that question, the best way of doing it is to look at the expression of Raila ally in the region, Elgeyo Marakwet Governor, Alex Tolgos. He looked terrified. As he rode on the same vehicle as Raila, as people milled round the vehicle, a huge crowd, His Excellency Tolgos looked very fearful, as if he was expecting something bad to happen. Indeed, the eyes of Governor Tolgos widened even further when Raila spoke about wheelbarrows and asked the people whether they wanted wheelbarrows or Raila's agenda. But all in all, it went well, despite one or two small incidences which were quickly contained, illustrating how well organized Raila's troops were as they entered the bedroom of Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. And I believe this best illustrates and confirms the truism that a politician has to make major preparations for whatever they want to do politically. In fact, the same is true with life. You prepare much more yeah, than the actual event. I was listening to a great thinker the other day saying that our Lord Jesus Christ, when he was on this earth, would wake up every morning at about 2 a.m. and pray, so that by the time daybreak came and he hit the ground, there was so much power in everything he did. And this man was advising we should do the same. Prepare intensively beforehand. Have a strategy to prepare yourself before your day begins, and it's bound to be successful. Anyway, Raila was prepared, and Raila has experience. Because let us agree, there's so many things that could have gone wrong. UDA supporters, would have turned up and drowned him down, with the UDA slogans. Some UDA supporters would have turned up and said, since Jimmy Wanjigi, another presidential candidate seeking the ODM ticket, had problems in Migori, we're also going to give you problems in Eldoret. But nothing like that happened. And don't think this was just good luck. No, it was adequate preparation on the ground. So much so that social media political analysts were fooled. And they came up with headlines like, Raila is going to win by a landslide in Eldoret. Really? Or DP Ruto finished, as Raila sweeps through Eldoret. Very good, entertaining headlines, but very far from the political reality, which I'm going to give you. Now, let's stop getting excited at the crowds that presidential candidates attract, because we have seen this before. It happens all the time. The crowd and the reception they receive anywhere in the country is inconsequential, irrelevant, doesn't matter. What really matters is the number of people who will turn up on August 9th, 2022 and cast their vote for you as a presidential candidate. Everything else is political entertainment. And I'm not saying you should not enjoy it. I'm not saying you should not bring your big theories about them. They're welcome. It's all part of the big show that is 2022 presidential politics. Enjoy. It's all part of the show. But the reality is very different. Now, let me just give you an example to illustrate this. There are different reasons why people turn up to see a politician. Sometimes it's curiosity. In fact, many times it's curiosity. They want to see this man who is in the news so much. Let me give you a hypothetical situation. Kumekucha Kshs turns up in Bungoma, Western Kenya, where his mother was born. And the reception is very warm. Mwanamberi, Mwanamberi, and so on and so forth. Then he has another rally in Machakos, where his father was born, and the reception is very warm. Wakwito. And then Kumekucha Kshs finishes his campaign in Eldoret, and there's a huge crowd of curious people who obviously respond to any political slogans or messages he may have. Will you go to social media and say Kumekucha Kshs will win by a landslide? He has Western Kenya locked, Ukambani locked, Kalenjin Nation locked. Are you going to say that? Ridiculous. Oh, I forgot to mention Kisumu, where Kumekucha Kshs was born. And people say Kumekucha Tibim. And you conclude that this nobody, who has never been elected even chairman of a cattle dip, will win the presidency. Would you do that? Of course not. So tulizeni boli. those of us who are interested in analyzing this very complex and exciting 2022 race, tutulize boli. Now, I'm not saying Raila Odinga was wasting time in Eldoret. No. When a presidential candidate already has widespread support right across the country, perception is important. It is important those few who will vote for Raila Odinga in Eldoret realize huyu si mtu mdogo, huyu ni jogoo, huyu ni simba. That is important. In fact, the whole Raila Odinga show in Eldoret was most entertaining. Earlier on, he had met with delegates. Delegates from Nandi, Baringo, Uasin Gishu, Trans Nzoia, and Elgeyo Marakwet. And they all left very excited and very charged to go forward and promote the Raila candidate. The delegates' conference started in a most interesting way. Somebody entertained everybody by imitating the late second president of Kenya, Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, who told the delegates in that very recognizable voice of Moi, the late, that hakuna mtu mwingine ambaye anaweza isipokuwa Raila Odinga. And then the same comedian, shifted gears very quickly, put on an ODM cap, and became Raila Odinga. And did a very good imitation of Raila, complete with the way he likes rubbing his left eye. Bottom line, there is no doubt that a lot of work went behind this successful tour of Raila to Eldoret. Long hours were put in. A lot of money was spent. Intricate details were taken care of. Make no mistake about it. And in my view, analysts are not yet talking about the big picture. The big picture impact of Raila in Eldoret. You see, in this season, the season we call the last lap going into the presidential elections, something called the narrative, what people are discussing, is extremely important. Because if I can ask you a question, what is Kalonzo Musyoka saying? You'll be blank. What is Musalia Mudavadi saying? Huh? What is Dr. William Samoei Ruto saying? You may have an idea or two. Most will be blank. But if I ask you, what is Raila Odinga saying? Naturally, you'll have plenty to talk about. Raila in Eldoret. Raila's 6,000 bob a month to the unemployed. Raila's Azimio la Umoja. It's all over the news. It's what people are talking about. And that is very important for a presidential candidate. It is more important than fake polls on Twitter that DP Ruto is leading. Even if he's indeed leading, which is okay, that does not have any political impact right now. It does not impact the voter. And if it does, the impact is not as huge as that of Raila Odinga. You know, this Raila blitz has even affected the 36 bloggers because they have a huge strategic problem on their plate just now. How do you counter this Raila blitz? Because you see, what Raila is doing has a trickle-down effect. Bloggers are doing videos on Raila. Those are the videos people want to watch right now because that is the narrative floating in the country called Kenya now. Comedians who are struggling for survival will do jokes on Raila. Because that's a name on the news right now. That's what people will be able to identify with quickly. And then you'll hear a kid was born yesterday, having the guts to say, kumekucha, you're campaigning for Raila. Or even accuse somebody else, maybe a comedian. This comedian is a Raila man. What nonsense. Because all these things rely on mood, the mood of the public right now, which is based on the narrative. That's how it works. So that comedian, if they go and they start cracking a joke about Musalia Mudavadi, some people in the audience may ask, who is that? And obviously they won't laugh at the jokes. That is the harsh, brutal reality. So for now, the 36 bloggers are stuck. What they have to do very quickly is to find a way to change the narrative. They must change the narrative to their advantage. There's no other way. You know, I don't think Raila's program is an accident. I think it is very well crafted. Because there's so many things happening around Raila. There are so many things happening to promote Raila and to promote the Raila narrative. There was even this function last night, by a certain organization to honor Raila for the sacrifices he has made for Kenya. I challenge supporters of DP Ruto to hold a similar function, to honor William Samoei Ruto for the sacrifices he has made for Kenya. And that one was not personal. It was only political reality, emphasizing political reality. But let us also not lose focus. Raila Odinga is human. And Raila Odinga is a politician. And Raila Odinga is a betrayer for political purposes. Oh yes, you heard me right. In fact, I'm going to refer you to a video I did that lays this bare, shows you with evidence. In fact, after watching this video I'm going to refer you to, you will be able to confidently predict Raila's next move of betrayal. And again, that is not personal. It is political reality on the ground, which is what this channel is all about. Take it or leave it. Now, there should be a link on the top right-hand corner of your screen. Click on it and go to that video. And be prepared to be shocked. No kidding. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.